Hi Aquarius, this is your December 2025 reading. I'm Mystic of Venice and welcome to my channel. I'm going to start by clearing the energy. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please be here now to give divine messages to Aquarius for December 2025 for their highest good. We welcome you and thank you for being here. Also, please protect this space from any and all negative energies. Thank you so much. All right, so Aquarius, I hope you are having a great month so far. I'm shooting this on the day of the full moon, so um, there's a lot going on as far as like releasing um, past versions of ourselves, and so that we can step into like our new future. And sometimes it can be hard to let go of, you know, these different realities we've experienced. Whether it's that like maybe you're leaving a career and starting a new one, or you're leaving a place or something about yourself that is changing. Um, and it can be hard to say goodbye to those things. So, like, today is the day to just like thank those parts of you for being there. And, you can always access those parts of you later on, but at this time, you're moving forward and you're dropping, like baggage, weight, things that are holding you back. And it's going to be an exciting new year. So we're going from the snake into the horse, which is the year that we are charging into our future. So we'll be taking like bold action. Um, and this year is all about kind of preparing. This is a 9 year, and that's a 1 year. So there's a lot of endings happening right now, like between this full moon and the winter solstice. So take it easy on yourself. Let yourself rest when you need to. Listen to your body, and and that will keep your energy up and able to share with others. And yeah, all right. So let's start with a couple of oracle cards and find out what themes are coming up for you this month. For Aquarius, ooh, that one didn't want to come out. Okay, what's there? Let it go. Like I said, Atlantis. I think it was Capricorn just had this Atlantis card. So let it go. And this reminds me of that kids movie. It says release the past, forgive, soften, and move forward. So definitely time for shedding past versions of ourselves or our identities that like we no longer resonate. Like for instance, for me, I've always been a roller skater, and like I've always thought of myself as a roller skater, and it was something that I did every day and talked about and watched videos on. And then, I broke my knee. And now, I can't roller skate. I could, but every time I've tried since, I've also gotten small injuries. And so I can't do that anymore. But it did make space for me to start practicing my guitar all the time. So, this is a very small scale version of that. You could literally be like moving out of the state or into a new home with new people. A lot of things could be going on. So, you got to release the past and also like forgive the mistakes of the past. Forgive those past versions of yourself, because like really you were only you're doing the best you could with the information you had at the time. So you can't like go back and like, you want to be kind to your past versions of yourself and not like mad at yourself for things that you didn't do or didn't see or couldn't avoid at that time. And so Atlantis, keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. So this tells me that there is actually something that you do have your eye on, to move forward. And this can feel like digging your heels in before you know, like you're resisting before you set off on this next big adventure, this challenge. But it says that you have a vision, and to keep going forward towards this vision, to keep taking active steps, and you will see growth for sure. Let's see one more. The Healing Lagoon. Rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal, it's safe to stop. Yes, especially this time of year. December is a perfect time to really like, I know it seems counterintuitive because we have a lot of holiday um, busyness in the Western world, and it can seem counterintuitive, or like how am I ever going to have time to rest? I have to work, I have to do this, I have to do that. But like if you think about before, like electricity and in long times past, uh, humans naturally would take this time to like have downtime and spend time with family, and more longer meals, and making crafts, and to go into like that helps you to go into like a type of meditation when you're doing these kinds of crafts, or like whittling or sewing or these kinds of things, for the whole family. And like they would think about what was working and what was not, and what direction we're going to take going forward, what things we're going to change, what things we're going to stay the same. um, and they would use that downtime to help themselves going forward when the days started getting longer. So it's natural to want to hibernate this time of year. And if your body's telling you to stop, like, you should definitely listen. Um, because we all need a little bit more self-compassion. Yeah, it's like good for your total health. So let's see. I would like to pull one more, a wild unknown, and then we'll get into the tarot after that. Oh, that was fast. Got the ocean and the cave. Oh, so many, so many. Okay. So the ocean is vast and deep and filled with the wild unknown, right? It can be spiritual, it can be scary. It's a lot of things. It could take you on an adventure, and it can take you to new places as well. And it's also talking about like getting in touch with like your deeper um, inner self and inner awareness, and like kind of finding out like what really makes you tick. um, Maybe being vulnerable with the people around you, um, and having time for that here. And the cave is like the cave actually stands for the womb. The cave is like an empty cavernous place, and like when it is full with life, it's like a place where, yeah, like you're in the dark and you're hibernating again, and you know you're like waiting for the light to return so that you can like leave the cave. So it symbolizes like a rebirth. And you got Thanatos. I don't think I'm saying that right, but it's a spider web. So um, there's a lot of work to be done here in like building this web, but also to have like clear thought. Like this may be why you need this downtime to think, because without clear sight and clear thought, it's easy to get like stuck in the myriad of ins and outs, things that are not important. So like you really want to think about like what your motives are, what is important to you about this new direction you're going in, um, and not get snared up in this web. All right, so let's see. We'll do some tarot. All right, so Aquarius. What does Aquarius most need to know for December 2025? What does the Aquarius Collective need to know December 2025? Page of Wands. Four of Pentacles. What else for Aquarius? Messages for Aquarius. Wheel of Fortune. I'm gonna pull a few out, and then we'll pull this story together here. I love that Wheel of Fortune card. Let me get one more. Make it even. Oh. Okay. Where are my glasses? Let's see, what will we clarify with? Let's clarify with these. Rider Waite. Okay, so you have the Page of Wands. So this is a new passion and ambition, something that lights you up. This is somewhere, an area in life where you are growing. Um, but it's just like in the beginning phases, like the baby phases of it, because the page is a messenger, and it's not until you get to the night stage that you're taking action. So you've got this idea that you're very passionate about, and it's exciting. You're excited about it. You're like, wow, this could really be, something good. Um, but you've been budgeting and saving for this, or you've just been like budgeting and saving in general, trying to like not spend a lot. Um, and so you're not like really sure how you're going to be able to pull this off. Like, you don't know if you have the funds for this idea. You're like, you have this great idea, but you're low on funds. But then you have the Wheel of Fortune. And like the Wheel of Fortune is a great sign because like this means that you have luck. Like, this wheel is already in motion, and like once it starts going, you don't know where it's going to go, but it's going to go somewhere good. Even when it's upside down, it means that your bad luck is going away and changing to good luck. So here, you've got some luck on your side. So let's see how that comes about. Like, I feel like either you have help or like you show somebody your idea. There's success reversed here. Fear of success. Like, you could easily be successful with this idea. But it came up in the reverse. Oh, the Magician. Yeah, you have everything you need. Like, you just need to, like, yeah, maybe, like, assess, like, make a plan, you know, like, the Magician can transform, has the ability to transform things that are already, like, part of his life. He can kind of, like, bring the right elements together to make it work. And so it symbolizes, yeah, that like you have what it takes. You have all of the elements. So maybe it's just about like presenting it um, to the world. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be, fear of success. It can be for some, and for some, it's just like a delay to success. Because yeah, there is some fear of success. Like this person has like everything he needs. This is like he's got these cups here. These are physical, real world cups. And then he also has this cup being like given to him from the divine. It's like a divine inspiration or like, a gift from the divine. But he's not really looking at either. He's dissociating. His arms are crossed. He's like not paying attention. Um, he's not paying attention. He's like a little bit set in his ways. Like, I've got it. And then the Four of Pentacles. What's this? The stuck. Why? How do we get unstuck? How do we unstuck this Four of Pentacles? Yeah. Like you may like need some support to get your idea up and running, but it's a good time to be like looking for this. This is a card of charity, so whether you're looking for a grant or a loan or some help in financing for this idea, it seems that if you look for it, if you do the work, then you're gonna like find leads towards this. And then you have the Empress. So oh my goodness. So, and the Ten of Cups. So you have the Empress and the Ten of Cups because like once you get this ball rolling, it's like a really fertile idea. Like you just like know that this is gonna lead to this. Like you have like a faith that this idea is really going somewhere. Like you want to do this. You like believe in the dream, right? And so you've got the King of Cups, the Three of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So, interesting. Interesting. A little complicated, but... So, the King of Cups is somebody, like, emotional, loving, but also mature. And with the Three of Wands here, I feel like somebody is going to be helping you to make these plans, right? Um, maybe you have, like, your partner is going to help you to be working on this new idea, or a person that really believes in your idea or really cares about you, wants to see you succeed, wants to see you in this Empress energy, and, like, maybe help finance this idea. I mean, if this isn't business, it could be a move, because, you have the Three of Wands and also the Six of Swords. And so that's like going on a journey, going to calmer shores. And it doesn't have to be literal, it can be. But it could just be, like, mean you're taking a new direction. You're planning for it, and then you're going to go. And, like, you're receiving help from your King of Cups, the Charity card. So, so it appears you're going to find a way to get through this. Now, these readings can be a month long, and they're monthly readings, but they can also take longer than a month, up to 3 months, 2 months. But it could be that you meet somebody at this time during the holidays, because it's a very social time. Maybe you, like, talk about this idea and this dream, and, like, somebody, is inspired by it too. This is inspiration. And this is a very, very fortunate card, especially, with the Wheel of Fortune here. Oh, you got the King of Cups twice. Yeah. The King of Cups is helping you at this time. You could be the King of Cups. It says you're going to have competition, but, like, you have the advantage over your competition, right? Like, you, like, these people are, like, below you on the hillside, and they're, like, sparring with you, but you're up here, so you can, like, take all 6 of them when you're just, like, this one person, because the advantage that you have. So it says you're going to have some advantage, and it might be this help. What's this Wheel of Fortune card? Why do we have the Wheel of Fortune card? Like, who... Tell me more about this Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you have to walk away from something to receive. Now you have, along with the Six of Swords and the Three of Wands, you also have the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups talks about walking away, and this could be a spiritual journey. So you are, like, you're taking this new idea, and you are, planning on walking away from something and starting this new idea. Anything else we need to know about this Wheel of Fortune? What else about the Wheel of Fortune? For Aquarius, yeah, you need to rest and recover so that you can, like, really be ready for all of these challenges that are coming up. You need to take a break during this Christmas season and give yourself some time, a few days, or, even just like they said, like, 30 minutes a day where you can just, yeah, like, listen to your own thoughts, have enough time to listen to your own thoughts. Speaking of charity, I see the people down the street are having, like, a food drive. All right, so who is this King of Cups? I feel like they are a benefactor for you. A mentor, or somebody that's helping you, Could be a new boss or old boss. What else about this King of Cups here? Oh, second chance. They're giving you a second chance on life, like on the, on like a career path. Like, let's say you're middle-aged, you've been doing the same thing for a long time, and you just feel like you can't go any further in that direction, and, like, you finally, like, somebody likes your idea and they're giving you a second lease on life. Um, and there's a lot of success associated with this card, with the angel like heralding and everything like that. Yeah, so you're getting a second chance. This person's giving you a second chance. Anything else on the King of Cups? King of Cups. The Emperor. It could be an Aries. This is somebody that's like really organized, strategic. They like know a lot of people and they can like, you know, maybe help you out in a lot of that way. Um, like getting you into the right places in front of the right people to show your idea or something like that. They're also just really good at planning and organizing, and this is definitely a mentor that you like should, you know, pay attention. If you see this person in your life, they want to help you. So you have the advantage in this situation, and then what do you have? The Knight of Swords reversed. So, you know, like the action, Knight of Swords, King of Swords. Okay, so you have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So you may have to like defend your ideas or something, or like there you stand above the competition because you're so knowledgeable about your idea, your product, or your book, or you know, restaurant, whatever this is. So you have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So you're like a little bit like shy to like sit in your full power. But then you get the King of Swords here. And like once you start like getting out there and like shopping your idea around and all of this, you gain the confidence and you become like the King of Swords. The King of Swords is really good at negotiating and really good with diplomacy and legal contracts. And it talks about like making sure you read all of the fine print if you are going to sign a contract, or if you know, if you are going to collab with somebody on an idea that you have, and make sure that like it says all the things, has all of the details you want in it. I think that with this mentor helping you, that won't be a problem, but it's just a good idea to know, like even with this mentor, like that you guys have a handwritten contract between each other. You know, and this can happen on a smaller scale too. This could be like you're younger, you're, you know, a younger person, and you move back, you have an idea, and you move back home, and like your parents are going to help you so that you can save and build this business. In the meantime, you also like get some mentorship, either from family and friends or more. You know, so this can play out in a lot of ways, but I am not seeing any like romance stuff here in this month for you right now. So yeah, why does Aquarius, I mean, not why. What advantages does Aquarius have? What are the advantages that Aquarius has? What are the things that are helping them? The fact that you've like really thought about this, you've really reflected on it, you've done the homework, like you really you know, have done the work, and you're ready to like improve the situation, right? You're just like, you've done it, you've like worked hard in your past, and you know like how much effort it takes to put into it, and you're ready for that kind of responsibility, you know. Anything, what other advantages does Aquarius have in the situation? Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you just like got it going on. Like, you know, you have the money behind you, as well as like the abundance and prosperity of like what you already have that you're bringing to the table. This idea, this concept, and you also are very knowledgeable about it. Wasn't there the King of Swords here? You could be doing this with a partner because you have King of Swords, or you just step into your full power at this point, because after taking action and shopping this idea around, you take action, and and you're more well balanced because of it. You know, either brings out your divine masculine or divine feminine side and makes you like more well balanced. You know, whether that's like how you feel about yourself or how others are seeing you, I like imagine it would be both. And then you have the Two of Wands in reverse. And he is literally waiting for his ships to come in. It's like he like placed an order. You know, those ships are going to be here any day now, and he's just looking out. You know, it's like starting to plan. Didn't you already have the Three of Wands though? Yeah, it's like before the the Two of Wands is like, you know, like actually the Two of Wands. Sometimes he has the World in his hand too. So yeah, he's like expecting his ships to come in, like this harvest reward for like the work that he's done. You know, like, but I feel like that these blessings are coming in. Like, you know, this is just, you know, the beginning of this. Like, if you know what this is about, definitely put it in the comments. And if this isn't for you, if it's not resonating, then there, you know, it's a big collective, so not every story is going to resonate. But I do personal readings, and I do have some specials going on for the holiday season. So definitely, you know, get in touch and let me know if you'd be interested in a personal reading. I do them online, you know, video call either on Facebook Messenger or on Zoom. So we just are personally FaceTiming like this. It's not recorded, but yeah. So now, like, you know, you've put like the ball. I feel like it's like you show this idea. You talk to this idea with some investors through the help of this family friend or mentor, and now like the ball's in their court. So you're like waiting to hear back about this venture. It is a holiday season, and not much really starts in January, but it's good to get like the idea time out. Be careful of, you know, having like negative thoughts at this time. You want to stay optimistic and like also maybe just like not party so much during the holidays. Try and be more temperate, that's saying, and be gentle on yourself. What else on the Two of Wands there? What else on the Two of Wands? The Tower. You know, I want you to be really careful about, you know, partying too much or getting like into your mind about, you know, like feeling sorry, feeling bad. You know, like you are doing so well. You are doing so well here. Like there may be like some unexpected news that comes in at the end of the month, but you know, it's not going to shake you off your course. You are definitely like going in the right direction here. But you may have something that like is unsettling or okay, I'm gonna pull some of these. Let's see here. Okay. First of all, what is this idea? What is this new direction that Aquarius is going in? What is this new idea for Aquarius? Don't fight the wave. Confusion. Baby steps. Expansion. Serendipity. Libra. Cancer. It's going to get easier. Effort is paying off. Okay. Time to tend your garden. So, yeah, remember when I said you were digging your heels in? And like, so confusion, like you really need time to contemplate exactly what is going on here. It's like seems to be moving really quickly. But you should trust this because it's going in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune. And if you've been having a hard time, it's going to get easier. And this idea is, you know, going to pay off. Like, you sat through the Seven of Pentacles and you're like, yes, I want to invest in this more with my time and my energy. And it is. So you are going to, like, you know, your world is going to become a little bigger. Like, you're going to be, you know, this is like a bigger type of energy than what you were doing before for work and finance, or maybe it's just a lot of growth that you're having in this kind of self-identity of like how you earn. And then look for serendipitous moments. Like I'm telling you, you're going to meet this investor, this mentor, and they are going to guide you and direct you into, you know, and this also, like I said, could be a family friend, it could be your parent, it could be with the King and Queen of Swords, it could be your, you know, your partner that you're going into business with. You also got Libra, Cancer. You have Capricorn here with the Tower. You have Aries here with the Emperor. Baby steps. So just like try not to get overwhelmed, and don't let it overwhelm you to like feel like this. You know, like I would caution to like not self-sabotage. This is going really well. So it's telling you to be really like careful. Like for instance, like if you've been sober for a long time, like this is not the time to, you know, fall off, right? This is what this kind of energy is saying. I don't mean to offend anybody at all. It is that time of year, and there's a lot of grief and things, and this is like kind of like something you're worried about, this high pressure situation. Like you've been really wanting this to work out, you know, and like the timing couldn't be better. Very hopeful, stay very optimistic. Don't get stuck in the sticky web because you are being rebirthed. You know, I'm telling you, this is a good place to be in. Like maybe it's like, you know, you do all these meetings and you're like, oh man, like I fucked it up. You know, they hate it, this is never gonna work, and like so then you get like upset. But this is telling you to not do that, you know. Or if something happens in your life that is upsetting, to like try to be temperate in the way that you react to it, because everything else is going good and like your karmic rewards are coming in here. So I really love to see that, Aquarius. Do we need to pull anything else? Let's pull what blessings. Here we go. What blessings can Aquarius expect to see this month? What blessings are coming in for Aquarius? One more. Oh, okay. Stillness, patience. There's so many. Stillness and patience, right? So there's going to be times where you're like in waiting. You're waiting for this news to come in, and you just have to be patient with it. Focus and letting go. So like begin letting go of, you know, that could be what's stressing you out, like having to like maybe leave some people behind or some places behind. There's something about this of that kind of energy where like you kind of like don't want to kind of lose these parts of you or something. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but to, you know, hold your focus, hold your vision, rest and recover with the dragon power, and the phoenix rising from the ashes. So like really you got this. Just like, you know, breathe, spend some time in meditation, spend it eating good food with good family and friends and people you love, and yeah, have a wonderful month, Aquarius. And if you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back with more energy reads later this month, and I'll see you in the new year. Thank you so much. Bye.